Hi, it's Bumbleberry, and this time we've got to try to get these two twins. Let's see if we can do it. Oh, what would they like? We'll call BumBer. You know, I bet they like two names. Okay, retrieving applicant. Alright, yes, I need to apply. I need something to date. I guess something energetic I could play with? I don't know. I have no idea what the twins are like, so no leaving the house? I'm just going extreme. What is with the bunnies thing? Let's say bunnies? What are you afraid of other than monsters? Failure in reaching my ambitions. How skillful are you at lying? So it's not the police officer as a dad, because we did that with the vampire. Nieces and nephews, that's the girl with the mermaid, so this one. Okay, don't reveal your name. Remember, we're being set up with a mythological creature, and we cannot reveal their name, otherwise they'll have power over us. What's my results? Did I get it? Yes! I got the dragon babies! A woman was sitting at a table booth, occasionally looking at her watch. She grunted in annoyance, crossing her legs. Her finger was tapping on the table, starting to regret choosing a booth by the wall for privacy. To think my so-called best friend registered me for this nonsense. The tapping multiplied, all four fingers jumping across the table. She checked her watch again, clicking her tongue and moving to leave. Only to bump into a chest. Oh, our date's already leaving before it even began. That's not very nice. BumBer was surprised for a moment, then glared at the pair before her. Those at the MCP are going to hear from my lawyers. Not only do they accept a faulty application, but they pair me up with two creatures? Do they have no morals? Oh, hello, gentlemen. How are you? I will call you green and you red. I wonder why. One of them guided her back onto her seat, the other waving a waiter over. Kind sir, would you bring us a menu? I'm sure the lady would be pleased to finally have a meal. She was very considerate to wait for us. BumBer shivered inside, put off by their harmonization. A waiter came soon enough, bringing menus for the three of them. BumBer, I gave myself the weirdest names. Originally thought of only coffee, but decided against it. Her stomach was going to rumble at any moment, and she'd rather not have them looking down at her for keeping quiet. A strawberry shortcake, please. Oh, that's me. Oh, dessert already. Our date has barely started. And you're already having cake? Is this the dream? Are twins the dream for girls? I don't know. Usually, oh god, willing and ready to go, eh? They look like they're gonna conduct a train. I know guys like the idea of twins, hypothetically speaking. I know girls usually ship twins together in a fictional setting, not real life, obviously. I tend to enjoy twins as humans, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I feel that way. If you feel that way, let me know in the comments. BumBer struggled to keep herself from shouting. I already had lunch prior to our meeting, and there's nothing wrong with the lady spoiling herself every now and then. They look so judgy. I'll work off the cake tomorrow. Do you see this, brother? Why, yes, she's ignoring us. Do you think we scared her already? Would be quite a shame. Did you two even order? Blueberry pie! She balked. When their sweets arrived, BumBer stabbed into her cake as she glared at the two. The smell of their pies nearly made her sick. So, milady, may we have the pleasure of a nickname? The twin in purple. You're in purple now? I thought you were in red. Propped his elbow on the table, leaning his face onto his palm with a wry smile. We can see you're not stupid enough to just give out your name. I don't have one. The green one pointed at himself. You could call me Cat if you wish. The purple one mimicked his brother shortly after. And you can call me Dragon if you wish. That's what you can change into. Oops, looks like you caught us. BumBer sighed, massaging her temples. Surely you two gentlemen are sharp enough to realize we are severely mismatched? Ah, but we already like you. She finished up her cake, getting up to pay her part of the bill. She's like, I did not sign up for two babies. I apologize, but I've had enough of this farce. When she reached the counter, 2 hands extended past her head, one holding the bill and the other a card. "We'll be covering the bill, if only to make up for being late for our date." BumBer gritted her teeth, feeling eyes on the 3 of them. Mythical creatures or not, a woman being on a date with 2 men was scandalous. She couldn't afford to lose her reputation in her sweet sanctuary. As much as she wanted to explain the details, it would only appear as if she were making excuses. "I apologize for taking up your booth. I'll be sure to make up for it at a later date." Oh, this is a terrifying street scene. She spun around, marching out of the shop. What does it say? Something cakes? Rose cakes? Roses cakes? I don't know. It didn't take long for BumBer to get irritated again, spotting their reflections following her down the sidewalk. Grunting as she stopped, looking at them over her shoulder. "I believe I called this off? Even though we paid for your cake? That's not very nice, you know. Why, we hardly even got the chance to speak with you. I've seen enough to judge what kind characters you are." "You hear that, brother? She's got us all figured out." "Then tell us, what kind of careers do we have?" "I'm not that much of a fool. Even I am aware that all types of personalities can land various types of jobs. I am simply sparing us precious time that could be spent doing something more productive." "Such as?" "As if I'd tell you." "Work. If you'll excuse me, I'm heading home to start on paperwork. It's plainly obvious that this was a mistake." "Am I a lawyer? I don't even know." She didn't give them a chance to retort, hailing a taxi and got in. She gave him an address near the opposite side of town, close to her real destination. Her eyes firmly remained on the back of the seat in front of her. BumBer only glanced at the side view mirror before the taxi turned, not spotting the twins. It only took half an hour to arrive, BumBer quickly swiping her card and giving her thanks before exiting. Finally, she reached it. Her feet were firmly planted on the sidewalk, her eyes taking in the sight as she smiled for the first time that day. The bunnies had babies! Oh, so we're bunny obsessed. I should have been Bendleberry, I don't know. BumBer was fully aware that the pet store was closed. She only came during the hours there were no business. The less people who saw her, the better. "Soon, my sweets, I'm so close to earning the promotion I can taste it. Then I can finally afford that small cottage with the rabbit hut with all the space you could ever ask for. There's a garden where I can grow your vegetables too, and a spare room inside, all for yourselves." She could feel her stress melting away, cooing as she watched the bunnies hop about. "This is worth ditching that day." This is what you left us for? Some bunnies? Who's surprised they stalked us? Nobody? BumBer's insides turned cold, the happiness flooding out of her. She saw their reflections. They were standing right behind her. Can they fly? Stab your heel into their feet. Just, chill. Just relax. Be cool. We can let the timer run out. I think we scared her. Makes me want to play with her some more. Seems we made the right decision, dear brother. Hey, lady, we asked you a question. It's rude to keep us waiting, you know. Are you going to kill me? Her mouth gaped as they spun her around. Well, how did you find me? Wait, why am I even asking? You're mythical creatures. The agency did give you the results. With our race, correct? Did you remember our race? BumBer rolled her eyes, easily recalling the information. You're both Pukis? Most cultures label you as small dragons that serve a master, stealing for them. Some say you appear as a glowing light or fireball. So has the lady figured out how he tracked her down? BumBer hummed to herself, eyes slowly drifting to the bunnies. She bit her tongue to stop herself from smiling. Oh, is it too hard for you? Don't be ridiculous. If you were humans, you'd probably pull the old follow that car trick. But I didn't see any taxis behind us. Oh, don't tell me you forgot a crucial detail. Aw, you're not as much fun as we thought. You can fly, right? Oh, they shapeshift. Ooh. I even pointed it out back at the cake shop with those lazy nicknames of yours. Still, though, I can't believe not one bit of information mentioned you Pukis, I don't know, would also have a human form. The twins chuckled, shrugging their shoulders. When you have no master, you're not forced to live a life of servitude trapped in a small body. It's nice being able to fly around at will. and wake up the neighbors by meowing outside their windows. You guys are troublemakers. I like you. And the creator did say there's a little bit of the twins from Moron Host Club in there, and I love it. I love it. They were my favorites. Oh, I love them so hard. But I always shipped the main girl with the main guy, I guess. I don't know. I could never decide who she should end up with. I just wanted them all for myself. According to our great-grandfather, we have it easy. So did you figure it out yet? And that's kind of sad that they would have to serve someone and be in these small bodies all the time. I saw nothing in the mirror, so you couldn't have been flying, and as cats you would have gotten run over. You're on the right track. Were you bugs on the back of the car or something? Why am I even going along with this? You didn't fly, you didn't chase after, and I know there's no way you teleported. Plus you got here shortly after me, as if you were right... Did you hitch a ride on the taxi itself? I knew it! I'm smart. Yay, you got it, and for answering correctly you win a prize. There was a small poof, a cloud of colored smoke temporarily blinding her. When it cleared, they were nowhere to be found. So my prize is the two of you leaving me alone? That is quite a prize. Boo, that's wrong. Their voices came from around her feet. Did they turn into bunnies? Sitting at her feet were the most adorable cats she had ever seen in her life. She overlooked the green and purple hats propped on their tiny heads. BumBer swept the cats into her arms, nuzzling their heads. Oh, you're almost as adorable as those baby bunnies. If only I could take you back to my apartment with me. Whoa, we're pretty forward. Would you really now? We wouldn't mind that at all. The voices brought her back to reality. They were close. Too close. She had momentarily forgotten they could turn into cats and literally manhandle them. Don't do either of those things. How dare you drop a cat or scream. Just snuggle them. Enjoy their floofiness. How boring. Is that all you're going to do? Stare at us with your mouth open? You're so predictable. And just when we thought we found an interesting toy. Toy? If I had known you were those cats, I never would have picked you up. There was another poof. BumBer coughing from the colored clouds. She tensed up when she felt their arms hooking around her shoulders. Enough chit-chat. It's time for our long-awaited date. But before we head out, we need to change your wardrobe. What? Excuse me? There's nothing wrong with how I dress. Those drabby rags, completely unsuitable for where we plan to take you. Oh, excuse me, don't try to give me fashion advice, Cat, when you're wearing a woman's vest. Oh, well, if he looks good in it, go for it. She inwardly sighed of relief when their arms slipped off, her glare meeting their eyes as they slid in front of her. My vest, you say? True, the buttons are on the left-hand side. But only because I altered them that way. And who said there's an ironclad rule about which gender can wear what types of button tops? And there are plenty of brands that have already broken that rule anyway. Satisfied, they linked their arms around hers. She couldn't escape this time. This is kind of funny, actually. Like, it's a little creepy, but it's kind of funny. Release me this instant. If you behave, we'll turn into cats again and let you pet us. Kitten? No, I can't let them take advantage of me. I have to stay firm. This is how they trap ladies into dates. They turn into cute kitties. Why won't the two of you leave me be? I have made it very clear that I have no interest in either of you. Oh, but you're interested in... Oh, but you've interested us. Uh-oh. They kept dragging her along, BumBer sighing as she gave up. Ooh, look at all these little Scooby-Doo-boos. It's only been 2 hours and she was already exhausted. There's absolutely nothing wrong with my clothes. Yes, it's a business suit, but that's only because I was at work before this stupid date. I wonder if she is a lawyer. That's what I'm feeling. BumBer only groaned as they pulled her out of another shop. Just pick already. Her eyes drifted about, the three of them on a busy street. The twins smoothly made their way through the crowd, keeping her in between. Not once did they ever bump into someone. This must be nothing compared to cars. BumBer stared at passerby enviously, wishing she were back in front of that pet shop, or at home with her laptop. Then a girl caught her eye, chattering with a group of friends. BumBer kept herself from staring too long, forcing herself to look at others. Please, please, please don't notice. Hey, Cat, perhaps we've been going about this the wrong way. What makes you say that, Dragon? The reason why all those outfits look hideous on our lady here? There's no smile on her face. Oh my gosh. I wonder why. Well, I am getting bored from going from shop to shop, but we still have our standards. What's your idea, brother? The clothing our lady needs to wear? It must be something that'll light up her eyes the way those bunnies did at that pet shop. You want to dress her up as one of those bunny girls? Yes, do it. Oh my gosh, look at their arms. Look at you, just ready to go and destroy me. Their ending has something to do with their hands. I don't know what though. I absolutely refuse. Ah, Cat, it seems you missed it. Cat yawned for a moment, rubbing his eye. You know, I usually have my nap by now. Well, you won't have to wait much longer, Cat. I believe you'll be pleased with my discovery. Cat turned to her, eyelids drooping. Try not to run from Dragon. He enjoys the cat and mouse games a bit too much. What? Okay. What happens if I do run? I guess we'll find out at the end. The group of people around them jumped at the sudden green smoke, BumBer feeling a sudden weight on her shoulder. It was a small dragon with tints of green on his gills, still wearing that small hat. How do they make their hats change color? Mind carrying me? Otherwise I'll nap on your head. And before you ask, I'm not carrying him. I have to make sure you don't run off after all. With a grunt, she awkwardly posed her arms. Cat climbed down, feeling BumBer. Why can't I pronounce the own names I make up? Adjust her arms to a more comfortable position. He nestled into the crook of her left arm, propping his head on her shoulder. It took no time at all for him to drift off to dreamland. Dragon continued to lead her through the streets, eyes drifting down to the actual sleeping dragon. I'd understand if they had collars or pendants when they shapeshift, but a hat changing color and shape? Curiosity was bubbling inside of her. Then, before she knew it, Dragon was gone. No matter which direction she turned, she couldn't find him. No, I'm not supposed to run after. Well, I'm just gonna stay. I'm gonna stay, because she said not to chase them. Maybe this is my chance. Discreetly glancing around her, her fingers touched the small green hat. She paused, making sure the movement didn't wake Cat up. Slowly, her hand lifted up his hat. I suggest you put that back before you anger me even further. BumBer's hand froze, feeling Dragon's venomous glare. When she didn't comply, he strode over and clamped his hand onto her wrist. He roughly snatched off her fingers, then gently fixed the hat back into its original position. When it says he snatched off her fingers, I thought snapped off her fingers, like he just ripped my fingers off of my hand. The goosebumps crawled upon her skin as his hand trailed up her hand, tightly grabbing her shoulder. She swore she could feel his claws pricking her skin through his gloves. I suppose it is our fault for not telling in advance, so here's a proper warning. Never touch our hats. The smile he gave her brought no comfort. Understand? Yes. Good. His hand, oh man, that was kind of scary. His hand moved to the crook of her arm, lightly pulling her to the side. I asked for directions and know which way to go now, so come along. BumBer honestly hoped this would be the last store they'd go to. Her arm was getting numb from holding Cat. That sleepyhead. Here I am escorting you like a proper gentleman and he gets to doze off. I still don't understand why I'm paired with both of you. Wouldn't the two of you prefer to have your own special someone? And plus, aren't they both different and they need different things? Although maybe they need each other more, I don't know. Draken only smirked at her, taking off her glasses to look directly into her eyes. Perhaps we requested it that way. You're a smart woman, you should be able to figure it out. I'm curious, though, what types of hoops do you mythical creatures go through to take part of the program? I've heard that there were some in other countries that are steadily rejected, but the reasons are not given. Sorry, but that's a secret. Contract forbids you from saying so, and even saying that contract forbids you... Oh, saying that the contract forbids you also results in breaking it. Dragon chuckled, his gloved hand trailing from her elbow to her hand. He interlocked their fingers, his thumb rubbing hers. BumBer felt no blush or tingle, only slight confusion. What are you doing? Imagining that Cat is our child, and the two of us are walking home together. Whoa! That did the trick. BumBer instantly looked away. Cat wouldn't appreciate being compared to a child. Dragon, tell me, why did the two of you enter together? Or even choose to pursue humans at all? I'll tell you why we entered together. Cat and I were born in the same egg. Because of that, we have the same heart. Twins are very rare in any dragon race. The same heart? That's right, we like the same things, hate the same things, and so on. We have tried to do different things before, but it would always end up the same. Where I go, he goes. It's a Pukis thing you can't explain. Yep, so to put it bluntly, it's impossible for us to love different women, as much as we try dating different girls, even giving wyverns a chance. I have no idea what those are. I guess I can understand that. As for why we chose humans, Cat can tell you. No fair. Dragon snickered, placing her glasses back where they belonged. I have glasses? Looks like I have some research to do. You'll have to give me your prescription later so I can give you some proper glasses that suit your complexion. Oh my gosh, he's gonna like shapeshift me into glasses? Or is he gonna become my glasses? I don't even know. BumBer mumbled, not wanting to quite clearly say this date would be the only one. Dragon led her down a couple blocks, taking them to a part of the town that she never went to before. I was honestly surprised to hear of this shop. Shame, really. I would have promoted it myself had I known of it sooner. What shop exactly? You did praise those other shops. They just had nothing that suited me. The street was far less crowded, the pair having elbow room. I believe, she told me, it was this one. The store he pointed out was quite plain, having a simple sign that read, Lady Lala's... What? Lolita Lullaby? Are you kidding me? You're gonna dress me into, like, fancy frilly stuff? Yeah, the girl I asked, she was confused by the sign too. Thought it was some badly named baby supply store. Other than the appearance having no window and poor naming, this boutique has top quality dresses. BumBer caught a glimpse of the dresses through the glass door. I never even knew we had a Lolita store. For those of you that don't know, like, imagine a super poofy skirt and lace and silk and poofy sleeves, just very girly, extra girly, more girly than normal. BumBer didn't put up much resistance, Dragon softly pushing her inside as he took Cat from her arms. Her pouting didn't last for long, jaw-dropping at the assortment of Lolita dresses. Actually, they don't look super Lolita, though, at least as far as what I'm familiar. A burst of childish glee overtook her. BumBer cried out with elation, zipping from one corner to another as she awed over the dresses. For that brief moment, she felt bliss. It was only when she perused the shoes that reality returned to her mind. Ah, so that's what you meant. Oh yes, she'll be far more vibrant than she ever looked in those other outfits. I told you so, Cat. A woman becomes absolutely radiant when wearing something she loves. Get the feeling we have a creepy fetish, but, I mean, to each their own. With a strong regret, she stiffly marched outside. BumBer felt utterly humiliated, her fear controlling her. I don't belong here. As much as I love this style, it would never look good on me. A businesswoman who wears Lolita dresses? It's unheard of, and... She forced herself to swallow down a sob, blinking away the upcoming tears. Only cute girls should wear cute dresses. I'm just a plain woman with no attractive features whatsoever, and that's the way it'll always be. BumBer ignored their stares, steadily walking out the door as if she never had an outburst. Why didn't I call the agency to tell them it was a false application? Why did I answer that quiz? Why did I let myself get pulled along? BumBer needed to get back home, where she could safely crumble to the floor. Just grab that fluffy blanket of hers, wrap herself up, and stare at videos of pet bunnies the rest of the night. All I need to do is get the promotion, buy that cottage with the rabbit hut, and then I can live happily with bunnies on my own. Just me and my soft bunnies. Are you really trying to ditch us again? I'm not some toy. I've had enough with dressing up. Besides, those dresses are completely unsuitable for me. Cat came into her range of sight, but she refused to turn around. Ah, don't lie to us. You know we were there too, watching you run around like a kid. Cat stepped in front of her, stopping her from walking any further. I mean, they're trying to make you happy, lady. You know you signed a contract. You still have to spend the rest of the day with us before you can properly reject us. It was unreasonable in the first place to be assigned to 2 men. Something felt wrong. The only time she had heard only one voice was when Cat was napping, and BumBer knew she heard their voices together. So why isn't Dragon saying anything? BumBer glanced to the store window beside her, receiving her answer. Oh god, Dragon was slowly approaching her from behind, arms gradually getting closer to her. You know you're being a very naughty little bunny right now. Get your back to a wall. BumBer glared at both the twins, keeping them both in her line of sight. And just what do you think you're doing trying to sneak up behind me? Oh, nothing. Perhaps maybe lift you in my arms like a bride? Doesn't look that way to me, Dragon. Ah, do you enjoy playing as little mouse? Because my claws are itching to catch you. Is everything a game to you? You two are just, ugh! BumBer's hands latched into her hair, scratching into her scalp. Why won't you leave me alone? I thought that she was attacking them for a second. Her back slid against the wall, starting to hyperventilate. By this point, Cat went over to his brother, lightly touching his arm. You're getting into one of your moods again. Why don't you wait back at the lullaby? I'll stay here with her. Dragon merely hummed, touching Cat's arm in return before he walked back to the lullaby. Oh, he did not look happy. BumBer kept her face down, taking deep breaths. Her hair was all tangled up, but she had stopped tugging on it. Cat sat down behind her. Oh, beside her, watching her face. As much as you say you want no part of this date, I'm sure your pride as a professional career woman is telling you otherwise. Unless you had some other reason to come meet with us. It just takes a phone call and MCIP would have reassigned you or canceled your application altogether. Is it perhaps you saw us more as potential pets instead of viable suitors? No, I love you, don't worry about it. You're trying to make me happy, we can be friends, or date, I don't know, I don't know you well enough yet. She flinched. There it is. After studying up on our race, you were expecting to see 2 small dragons, weren't you? And instead, you got 2 full men. Fully grown men. Oh, geez. This is embarrassing. I was not expecting that. Or to be with such a weirdo who wants pets as opposed to a boyfriend. Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but you shouldn't combine the two. Says the girl who just finished playing Dandelion Wishes. Anyway. BumBer sat upright, hands on her lap. Cat cautiously reached out, patting her head. You should stop being so nice to me. I acted like a jerk. And you pretty much figured out my true intentions. Dragon and I, we like to play around with you serious types. BumBer pouted, crossing her arms and looking away from him. That's why you kept pestering me? That, and we liked your scent, and your reactions. We were still unsure, though, when we hitched a free ride on your taxi. What got us was the way you smiled at the fluff balls. Oh my gosh, a kitty! Yes! BumBer coughed at the green smoke, face turning red when she felt him climbing onto her lap. There we go. He stretched out, giving her a loud purr. You're cheating. You can pet me if you want. She happily took up that offer, scratching behind his ears. And what about me smiling? I'm not exactly pretty. Cat whacked her chest with his tail. He's like, silence, you fool. My brother and I will have none of that. That smile, it reminded us why we joined the program in the first place. To find a human who found happiness in the simple things. True, my brother and I have our standards, but we want a mate that will accept both of us, that won't use us like the masters of the past. Wow. I wonder what happened to them. How did they get free? You still hate my clothes, though, don't you? I mean, I look like I'm wearing a giant gray cape. Like the Death Eater robes. Absolutely, because they're rags. We want our mate to be herself when with us. However, you may wear that drab, dingy thing to your job. My brother and I don't like competition. BumBer rolled her eyes, glad no one else was there on the street as she stroked his fur. So why did you storm out of the lullaby place? I have my reasons. Which are? Personal. You'll tell us eventually. With how stubborn you both are? Oh, that reminds me. I asked Dragon why you two entered the program. He told me why you entered together, but that's it. Ah, so he wants me to tell you why we're pursuing humans. Yes. That's easy. Us Pukis, when it comes to mates, are loyal to the end. We can love one, and only one. Oh, that's promising. And since we share the same heart, we can't love 2 different Pukis. and no one can love both of us. What about other creatures? We tried, but they're more monogamous. Now, as for you humans, oh my gosh. I just say I love that the game goes there and kind of makes me, not creepy, but like borderline fetishy. Oh no, you don't mean... Yep, your race has such low morals. No matter the time period, there's always men with harems and multiple wives. Even today, there are men who have polygamous marriages. That's why you chose humans? Because we have no ethics. It's great. Nothing stopped kings or everyday ordinary men for having more than one love. So what's stopping you from loving the two of us? You two have quite the unique thought process. I'm going to save just in case because I'm scared. You know us so well. Dragon's waiting for you. Why was he approaching me like that anyway? It looked pretty creepy in the window. Cat looked up at her, his eyes dilating to give her the face many people had a hard time resisting. Is it like the little Puss in Boots face? The cat equivalent of puppy dog eyes. Must not... Oh. So that's your answer. Only Dragon can tell you why. He was probably going to eat me. BumBer sighed, shooing him off her lap as she stood up. Fine, I'll ask him myself. She shakily walked back to the store, trembling as she pushed the door open. Dragon was near the dressing rooms, comparing a few accessories. Nervous, she approached Dragon. She cringed at the clicks her heels made, gut twisting when he didn't turn around. All right, no more of this. Just ask him why. Dragon sighed, shaking his head. Why this? Why that? What are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Don't mock. Shut up. Oh no, I'm gonna die. BumBer clamped down her mouth. The two of us, we were told you're a smart woman. Seemed to me the MCIP thought wrong. Cat and I had high hopes in you, yet here you are asking why. Oh, having the talk already? Cat joined Dragon's side, mirroring his twin. I suppose that means you failed. What do you... There you go again with the questions. Sorry, BumBer, but we have zero interest in simpletons. Her entire body froze. How did you... Cat flipped his hand out. In it was her wallet. You forgot a crucial detail about us Pukis. We're thieves, one of the best. They slithered around her, hands poking at her body. Nope, 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 nope. Oh. It is very tempting to sell you either as a whole product or as ingredients. However, we do like you enough to keep you alive. How about a deal? Oh my gosh, what is happening? No, in exchange for staying alive, you'll be our guinea pig. Although with your name we can easily command you, but oh shoot, that's why they're freaked out about my driver's license. But we are offering you the freedom to choose your fate. To be stupid enough to lose my wallet. Will I die from the tests? Of course not. On contract. You'll be our wife. Do you mean like on the contrary? I don't want to... What? You don't even like me. Why would you want me to be your wife? So we must keep our beloved alive. We'll just be giving you potions, hacking you, and sewing you back up is all. What? The scaly hands caressed her face after collapsing on the floor. We'll take very good We'll take very good care of you, promise. You just need to... So you agree, BumBer? I agree. No, good bunny. That was not good. If applicant is found alive, oh good. The applicant is declared dead. Do not report her missing. All other subjects with classification PO or P0 eradicated immediately. Remove them discreetly. Do not allow other mythical creatures to discover the existence of any MCE members. So you got to silence them and then destroy them. So if they kill me... Oh, worst ending. Are you kidding me? Because I asked why? That seems so rude. What's today? None of those. I have to start and then do a quick load. You guys suck. And I was thinking of having him look at me. Look at me. BumBer marched over to him, grabbing his face and turning it to hers. Don't ignore me. He snickered, positioning his body towards her. Before she pulled away, he took her hand in his, rubbing his thumb over her knuckles. So what is it? She hoped she wasn't blushing. The way you were approaching me, were you trying to scare me? The glint in his eyes told her enough. You were! How dare you? Ah, but you're so much fun to tease. You and Cat are insufferable. Maybe, but you haven't snatched your hand away. BumBer huffed, only pulling slightly. You reveal your deep, dark secrets to my brother? They both saw Cat coming in, but he didn't approach them just yet. No, I haven't. He simply figured out why I went to meet you two. Oh, the whole pet thing. Not gonna happen. We enjoy our human forms. Her cheeks flushed to a bright red, distracting herself with a couple ribbons. So, did the two of you make up? With a breathtaking kiss and flowers falling around us. They did not! Her arms were stuffed with a dress and other items. They pushed her into a dressing room, giving her some privacy. As she held the frilly dresses in her hands, she felt tears drip down her cheeks. How did they know I love pastel colors? Her back to the mirror, she began to change. Okay, so I'm assuming right now that they already have my name and information. Like, that's crazy. And they're just letting me go on this date with them. I guess they want to see if I'll love them without controlling me? When she finished, she avoided looking at the mirror. Instead, she walked through the door, squeaking when the twins instantly surrounded her. There's our bunny. Cat undid her bun, her long brown hair falling onto her back. BumBer was sure it looked like some animal's nest. They said nothing of it, Dragon fixing the headband on top of her head. She did complain when he took away her glasses, stopping when Cat started brushing her hair. Ooh, you like being treated like a pet too? Once done, they gently pushed her back inside. No, I'm afraid. Go on, it won't hurt. Trembling to see the results, their hands pushed her in further until she was at the mirror. Then she looked. She ended up crying for the third time. What she saw made her heart swell up. With the twins framing her, BumBer felt as if she just popped out of a storybook. Oh god, he used his name. Ervins. I believe we finally found the outfit. Why yes, Rehards. I wholeheartedly agree. What are you two? You're Latvian? Maybe. They stared at her expectantly. What is it now? No, I'm not telling you my name. Eh? For all I know, you two switched the names or made them up to trick me. But we're not trying to trick you. The only way I'm telling you my name is after the third date. But only one date is allowed. I have a friend who found a few loopholes that can easily persuade the MCIP that multiple dates are needed to ensure the human safety and thoroughly check if the pairing has chemistry. BumBer jumped when she felt their hands intertwine with hers. So you do like us. You just want to be courted first. So spoiled. Irvin's free hand was holding her wallet. Why do you... We're thieves, remember. And you, BumBer, are going to be our most precious treasure. And since we know your name, we can get married right away. They tugged her along, going to the cash register. Irvin's had sneakily removed the price tags, giving them to the owner. I am not agreeing with this. A purple cloud filled up the boutique, BumBer panicking. No, don't you... Please? She couldn't say no to his adorable face. Oh no, he's a cat. Richards, but... Irvin's, won't you... Green smoke joined the purple. No! We'll let you own bunnies, promise. Oh my gosh, she's so happy with her kitties. She looks really pretty. I don't know what she's talking about, that she's not Pukis. She swept them into her arms, kissing their noses. A month, and that's my final offer. Then marriage. The twins glanced at each other, their tails wrapping around each other in a weird tail shake. Richards, Irvins, what are you doing? Good ending. Reviewing case. Their correspondence? Wait, they poison people? He's probably gonna poison me. Okay. Question mark is now connected. It's time for the monthly meeting. 3 pairings are reported as success. Contacts have been surveilling all 3 couples. Sexte has sent the vampire-ish dude has sent a request form to be offered employment at Redacted's University. Form was rejected on Redacted's insistency. Sexte appears to have trouble gaining approval from Redacted's father. Talks of elopement after Redacted's graduation seems to be the primary subject of the pairings of arguments. They could not decide on Las Vegas or France. I feel like he would want Las Vegas, to be honest with you, but whatever. Judicial, our mermaid man, has entered the in vitro fertilization program with his lady. Doctors are unsure as of now whether the child will inherit mainly human traits or halfway man traits. I always want to call him Judicial. Judicial appears to have knowledge of how the human body works. Oh, he doesn't know how the human body works. That is awkward. Redacted seems unconcerned about potential complications and is busy shopping for baby clothing. Their relatives have started a betting pool on how many kids will be born. 48 is currently the number with the highest return rate. Rehards and Ervins have sent a transfer form for location out of the city. Approval was given. Contacts also report a strange obsession with the Leporidae family. What does that mean? Who are they? The last report noted that they have required a menagerie comparable to that of a small zoo. So to make me happy, are all ranks the employees gathered? They're all gathered. 60's nourishment diet has been changed as ordered. No more human females have been sent to his dwelling as he requested. Hospital continues to donate a sufficient amount to keep his bloodlust at bay. Why does he only drink from females? Is this like a sex thing? Does L-Class still display some symptoms of bipolarity? Yes, sir. And the response of L-Class is redacted. She thinks of it as a personality quirk. She has yet to realize the severity of the problem. So he's bipolar? Continue surveillance. Always have agents around the girl and her family until further notice. What of the age class? Judicial remains in a stable mood. No signs of any storms for the last 2 months. Family members appear to be peaceful. No confirmed drownings as of now. As of now? Last week there was a drowning. Cause appears to be of the victim being pushed off a cliff. Post agents around the cliff. It's a common mermaid breeding ground. What? And then what about her response to his ability? Other than making sure Judicial is extremely happy every time she goes surfing, she has no further reaction. Good. Have any of the other pairings expressed interest in having offspring? No, but we have not investigated the other pairings on that matter. Go and do so. Meanwhile, keep an eye on the outcome of subject H.J. breeding, the mermaid breeding. If any of the offspring are desirable, conduct an accident to have a specimen procured for the research team. The same applies to the other pairings. Yes, sir. Have replacements been found yet for the P class? No, sir. Both Pukis have requested to no longer be contacted regarding the black market. Were they harvesting people's organs? Like, what? So their partner doesn't discover their former profession. Neither have they provided their contacts for privacy reasons. Then why was their transfer approved? They provided a down payment of their stock. The rest will be received once they move into their new home. What stock? What? Then it is forgiven. Continue searching for new dealers. The government needs new ears inside. Oh God. Oh God. They were spies? They probably like transformed into like gnats with little hats and then they like spied on everyone. It is our top priority, sir. Any other orders? The government reported population is rising again. Begin order M942. Do not make any fruitful matches until the quota of 10,000 failed pairings have been reached. Are you kidding me? You're messing with people's romance and lives. Allow for looser surveillance along with the border of the restricted creature territory. Tell border guards to facilitate the conflict in the creature's favor. What? To facilitate the conflict in the creature's favor if human civilians attempt to cross without documentation. So they're going to basically kill us because we're human and our population is too high. Rude. Rogues have also been spotted. My secretary will be sending coordinates within an hour. Have the MCEE emergency exterminators and ECC emergency cleanup crew ready. Meeting is now adjourned until next month. Disconnected. What is your problem? Do you make any sense? Do you? Do you? Oh man, that's messed up. That is so messed up. I'm like, I don't even want to see the other endings because they're going to be mean and kill me. Okay, let's try it. Alright, let's try to stab him. Let's see what happens there. They both snatched an arm, dragging her into an alley. Release me this... Oh, okay. I'm pinned. I can't press the abort button. They're clawing me. We are mythical creatures for a dangerous reason. Okay, they covered us with a rag. I'm drifting off. Chloroform. Should we cut her up for ingredients or sell her whole on the market? What? I say keep her whole for now. You know how our uncle has a discerning eye. Who is your uncle? What? Sweet dreams. That's rough. Well, at least they returned my wristband. Assign future pairings with caution. Oh, great. Thank you. Super excited about all that good stuff. Oh, wait, this isn't... Well, I guess I can just sit here and see what happens. But that is not what I meant to go with, but that's fine. Can't make up your mind whether or not to confront me? How utterly boring. That's awkward. As fun as it was up to this point, my brother and I have no interest in wishy-washy types. And neither do we have interest in humans who pretend to accept us, only to push us away. Uh-oh, I'm in the dressing room. Looks like you'll be getting your wish. Before we take our leave. Slowly he removed one of his gloves. He brought his hand up to his face, biting down on one of the curved claws until it broke. Ew. BumBer gagged a little when his claw slid back inside the tips of his fingers. Then he tilted her chin up towards him. Dragon swiftly brought his mouth down upon her, his tongue slipping the claw into her mouth. What is happening? Is he kissing me? BumBer pounded his chest, screaming as she felt her tongue starting to melt. Ew! Ew! Gore warning. He refused to let go now, filling up her mouth with a strange liquid that smelled of gasoline. Is it poison? She was eventually forced to swallow before she drowned. Finally, Dragon pulled away. Consider it a parting gift. He gently placed her in the dressing room's corner. Her gut twisted about to retch. However, he pressed a spot on her neck. She couldn't move. I have a peculiar uncle who indulges in a certain hobby. I'm just making sure he can't use you for parts. BumBer saw Cat come in, taking Dragon's place. Is the uncle the question mark guy? Cat leaned down in front of her, plucking a small strand of his hair. Just like a dragon. Oh, just like Dragon, he placed it into his mouth. BumBer didn't even notice his kiss as he slid the hair into her mouth with some more of the foul-smelling liquid. The moment she swallowed, she grew drowsy and the pain faded away. Thanks for entertaining us somewhat. Good night. As her body continued burning from the inside, BumBer only felt slight tickles as she drifted away. Great. Pairing, a massive failure. I am dead. Applicant and rogues were seen in the public eye during their scheduled date, so proceed with caution. Oh good, my body's no longer recognizable. I need the cleanup crew. Bad ending. How is that not... I guess that's not the worst, because I just die quickly. Let's see. What else do I need to do? Can I run away? Is that a thing? Run away? She only managed a couple of steps, feeling a hand on both of her shoulders. How rude. They're tisking me? It's only polite to answer, right? Oh, geez. Their eyes are constricting. It passed, both of them grinning in sync. How did you find me? Okay, so that's all they need. Maybe just drop them? With a loud shriek, BumBer proceeded to drop them, pointing at them. You tricked me! The two cats grinned up at her, interlinking their tails. Who, us? We did nothing at all. We simply rewarded you by allowing you to see our cat forms. Seeing how you beamed at the sight of those little fluff balls, we thought you'd love the sight of us in these forms. Neither of us could have predicted you'd pick us up and shower us with kisses. That's a lie, and you know it. Not once did I kiss either of you. If I'd known you were those cats... Oh, I never would have picked you up. Anyway, we're moving on. Let's look for Dragon. Can't exactly abandon Cat, and he may not be soft and fluffy like he was earlier, but he's still cute in his own scaly way. Note to self, make sure they never discover I think both forms are adorable. So I can't see him in the middle of the crowd, trying to squish out. I know they're clever, so he won't be aimlessly walking around looking for me. They're shapeshifters. Cats will get trampled while dragons can fly, so he's probably... There he is. Oh my gosh, look at his cute little face. You're so precious. She waved her free arm, the small dragon quickly spotting her. He flew on down, landing on her right shoulder. He looked nearly identical to Cat, only his scales having a purple tint and wearing a purple hat. My apologies for leaving you. I didn't want to wake my brother up. Next time, if there's a next time, let me know in advance so I'm not left in a bustling crowd being pushed left and right while holding a slumbering Pukis. He only chuckled, leaping onto the ground with the why did I say fur cloud? With the purple cloud annoying everyone around them. BumBer refused to acknowledge she was getting used to it. His hand moves to the crook of her arm, lightly pulling her to the side. Okay, and then we're going to go to the dress shop. Threaten to press the abort button. Maybe. Yeah. Cat's eyes turned cold, his smug expression gone. Dragon didn't stop advancing, though, roughly grabbing her shoulder. His pupils were razor-thin, fury peeking out. We paid for your cake. We take you to several stores to find an outfit that would be more suitable. I even went asking around all the girls I saw dressed in those Lolita dresses. Most told me they bought it online, the last telling me of this ill-named shop. Oh, good. We witnessed your transformation from a miserable woman to a vibrant fairy flying about. Tell me, when have we honestly mistreated you? BumBer wanted to bring up how they refused to let her go, lugging her around like some toy, but her jaw remained clenched shut, the words staying in place. I won't let you stay silent. Tell us. He backed her up against the wall, not blinking once. I'm waiting. BumBer felt her legs give out, sliding onto the sidewalk as she tried not to have a breakdown. Oh, okay. So then this just kind of goes from there. And you know what? Let's see if we still get a happy ending. We did. Okay. Couple more here. Do you want to scream? Ooh, they winced at the sudden scream, retaliating by clawing her face. Oh no, I threw them away. Their claws had gone in deep, her eyes saved only because of her glasses. Oh, that's bad. She felt a finger go through her cheek. This is gross. Alright. Yep, pair of arms pinned her to a chest, another approaching with a rag. Oh good, they're smothering me. Our apologies, but we can't allow you to report this to the agency. Great. Great, they're chloroforming us. What are we going to do, brother? Neither of us truly meant to harm her this way. Don't worry, our uncle has friends in a certain market. They have no trouble with damaged goods. Oh good. I can't stay awake. I pray she isn't kept alive. Well, at least you were fond of me. Vaguely. Oh, they were going to send somebody else out. This is bad. Those are not good endings. How mad will they be if I just leave Cat on a bench? Especially since you just killed me multiple times, but he's the one that likes me a little more. It took her a bit of time to find a bench, but thankfully it was empty and clean enough. She delicately slipped him onto it, pausing only for a moment to make sure he didn't wake up. She turned around, intent on leaving. She only managed 3 steps before her arm was suddenly snatched. Oh good, now they're gonna kill me. They're throwing me in by my arm on a broken bottle. You really are a deplorable woman to leave my brother alone like that. Do you know what happens to a Pukis when they're alone and vulnerable? He isn't alone, he's in a public... Oh. He stabbed the broken bottle into my arm. That was really mean. When she I was like, I can't handle this right before bed. When she screamed out from the sudden pain, he stuffed a pill and a white rag into her mouth. And I'm trying to scream. And no one notices me. I'm sure you're thinking we would only become servants. Use that little brain of yours. Did a little word bug you? The word fetish was mentioned for a reason. Several, actually. What they are, I'll leave that to Uncle. I don't want to find out. I'm sorry. I don't want to die. No, she was afraid. She wanted to stay awake. I have to stay awake. And he doesn't care. My uncle will love to meet you. You are creepy as all heck. I disapprove. MCE, you are terrible and gross. And I hate you. So I don't know what happens next. I don't know if I can, like, meet question mark. Apparently there's a secret side thing you can do with the Lampir to find out a little bit more info on the MCIP or whatever they're called. Well, who was your favorite? I am traumatized forever. I don't know who I would want till the end. I guess I don't know. I'm struggling between Lampir and Dragon, and I'm really nervous about the Dragon because they tried to harvest me. multiple times, so don't really appreciate that. I'm looking into their eyes. They're the only ones you can see their eyes, and they're terrifying to stare into. Anyway, what are your feelings? You should tell Sunlit Garden and Amarillo how you feel. I will link their things in there and stuff, and if you want me to keep poking around for the little secret stuff, let me know. Okay, I'm gonna go and hug my stuffed animals now and hope that none of them try to kill me or eat me or anything. Okay, bye! Stay sweet!